Got a flat? Let's plug this tire. Hello and thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you how I plug this tire. This is the kit that I'll be using. I've used this kit several times before. While I was inflating this tire, I felt the air blowing against my leg. After it was inflated, I spun it around and I couldn't find any nail or screw. I'm using this combination of soap and water to find where this leak is. And we pinpoint it right here. There it is. Now, normally you would find a screw or a nail or something into this tire. This looks like it was a slight cut. We're going to use one of these plugs. We're going to insert this into the hole to ream it out, to clean it up. It may seem counterintuitive to puncture a hole that we're trying to plug, but this is how it has to be done. I have this tire overinflated, so I'm letting some air out. This is a fairly simple job, and this is how tires have been plugged for years. This looks like a little slit more than a hole, and if this plug doesn't work, what we'll have to do is take the tire off the rim and patch it from the inside. Also, the school of thought today is these plugs are just a temporary fix. I don't know. I've been doing this for years, and several years back in a snowstorm I had a flat. Pulled into one of the tire stores. They charged me $20, just shy of $20 to put a plug in the tire, and all they did was put the car up on the lift, didn't even take the tire off, and plugged it in and sent me on my way. Anyway, let's get back to this. I want to make sure I'm getting into the right spot. Because like I said, this was more of a slit than a hole. Normally I would just ream this out by pulling this tool up and down, but this is a little stiff here. It's really tight, so I'm just twisting. I want to put a little soap on to make sure it's just leaking from that spot and nowhere else on there. If this is a wide cut, this plug may not work. Let's ream it out a little bit more. Okay, now to get this out. There we go. Now the air is really leaking out of here. These plugs are probably about 4 or 5 years old. I bought them a while back while my supply was getting low and didn't have any need for them up until now. I want to point out a little tip here. Probably better to get the plug ready before you pull the tool out of the tire. Just streamline the process a little bit more. Now once you have it out, you want to pinch the end of it to get it into that other tool that's going to insert it into the tire. Okay, get it halfway down, bend it back. Now we're just going to push it in. This takes a little bit of force. And if you're buying one of these kits, you want to buy a kit with this T-handle on it, not the straight screwdriver type. Now you're leaving about a third of it out, and you pull out quick. Don't twist as you pull it out, just pull it straight out. Now this little bit that's sticking out over here, you just trim it down. I never trim it flush, I leave just a little bit protruding. And like I said, I never had any problem with this kit. Now let's inflate this tire again and see if it's holding air. I'm going to inflate it a few pounds more than what it's called for, just to put a little pressure on it to make sure it's holding. Let's check it out. I don't think that's ready yet. Nope, not even close. Okay. Let's check it again. Not yet. Almost. Okay. Now I got it where I want it. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. This gauge is pretty well worn. Alright, let's check it with the soap again, see if it's leaking. Looks good. Now these bubbles that you see here, this is just from the soapy water. No air bubbles coming through. This is a go. See the soap I'm spraying on the other side just to show you that the bubbles you're looking at aren't air bubbles, it's just from the soap. Now I want to read the warning that's on the back of this package. It says, this repair kit is only suitable for emergency tire repairs to enable vehicles to be driven to a service center where proper repairs can be made to the tire. Not intended for use for major tire damage. Radial ply passenger tire cars may only be repaired in the tread area. No repairs are permitted on the bead sidewalls or shoulder area of the tire. Extreme caution should be used while using tools to prevent injury. Eye protection should be worn while repairing the tire. Like I said before, I've used this repair over the years. Didn't have any problems with it. I had one tire that I had that repairing for I don't know how many years until the tire wore out and I had to change the tires. But to each their own, and it's up to you whether you want to use this or not. With that said, this is a wrap. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, it does help. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Hit that Joe Z button. And not to miss my new videos as I upload them, be sure to ring that bell. Until next time, safe driving.